Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Ultra, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So in the last one, a lot of shit went down, as you can see from the screen. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I recommend stopping right now and going and watching it, because this will contain spoilers for the last video, obviously. Anywho, a couple more things that I found, just in my spare time, and, all that. Apparently, that little traceback image that came up after Sayuri did her thing, that's this. It says, "Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this. I think, actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Ahaha. Well, here goes nothing." So there you go. And then after that, Sayuri's gone. Like, her files are gone. So, I just wanted to throw that out there before we continue. I'm going to keep my files open over here just in case anything else changes. Actually, let me back out of that. Alright, so now I'm on the just front page of Doki Doki's file setup from my program files. So, let's do this. It's an ordinary school day, like no other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Brandon? Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What'd you come in here for, anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies for use in my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature
club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey, Brandon. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do a big favor? Or do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it'd make me really happy. Please?
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome! You're really sweet, Brandon, you know that?
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I liked it more when I sold my soul for a cupcake. I'm just saying. I like cupcakes. And I don't like Monica anymore. I don't trust her. She's got something to do with this. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Brandon.
All words escape me in this situation. This club
is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into Brandon in classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Brandon?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same girl. I did this last time, god damn it! All interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess?
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Brandon, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not so much of a reader, I guess.
Well, That can change. I might skip around a little bit more in this than I did, in the original playthrough, just because there is so much that is alike. I want to try and make sure that we get through as much as we can. And I don't want this to travel on to 6-7 episodes of a series, unless it absolutely can. But with that being said, what am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri,
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. Well, I'll sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well as Brandon?
Hold on. Still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the whole time. I never said I'd join this club. The girl I wanted ain't here no more. Why would I join this club? Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. This wasn't part of the original?
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Brandon. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4.
So that brings up a whole new problem with the storyline, because they don't have Sayuri anymore. Sayuri was the 4th member, but now they don't have that, so they need me.
And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful, beautiful ladies? Right. Alright, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Brandon?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Brandon, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting, so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Brandon, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Are we gonna have to go through the whole process again? You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah? A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge, empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall. Anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay. We're gonna go for Natsuki, because I'm sure Yuri isn't that bad, but Natsuki was the one that I hung out with in the last episode. I think that was still... yeah, that was the last episode. That I hung out with the last episode, and I really enjoyed that, honestly. I was honestly kind of surprised. So I'm gonna go with that, and it should be pretty darn easy to match with her. Sparkles, skirt, love, pink, kawaii, twirl, jump, kitty, love, oh fuck, vanilla, papa, silly, lazy, family, sticky, ocean, rose, cute, kiss, candy. This is gonna be like indeterminately like Natsuki, but like one Yuri, so it's like not completely Natsuki, but completely Natsuki.
Hey, Hi again, Brandon. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Brandon. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't start taking us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Why is she in front of it? Is this where she's gonna... Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Mangaka's literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat.
I'm sorry, Brandon. We'll make sure to put your effort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Actually, now that I think about it, can I just mention the fact that even though I did new game, it didn't give me an option of my name. Just saying. Yeah. When did this come in here? 629. Okay, so this just came in here. Let's read it. There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevasse they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all comfort food. Starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Alright.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book I read.
I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
But wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to,
And forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading so much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Can't help but notice her intense expression. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! She never puts
My stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf.
Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's been admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging at all. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Brandon. Consider this a lesson straight.
Don't judge a book.
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right in my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. You mean, like, the 4 girls in this game? It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming an additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like there's a bunch of friends in high school. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. She adorable. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? None of her friends like manga.
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, huh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find someone who doesn't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room.
My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this.
At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. See, I don't know if any of this was actually part of the original, you know, if you went with nothing but Natsuki or something like that, or if this has changed up. I mean, I'm assuming that the black text, the ones that I'm reading especially, are part of this new setup. So, time passes. Natsuki's strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki?
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! What the fuck? What the literal...
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here.
Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give me...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Brandon. She's fine.
I question that.
It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her.
This is like a Snickers commercial. You're not you when you're hungry.
Anyway, why don't we all share our poems now? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki reads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
And what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it.
Ugh.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
Just
be honest.
I am. Are you so convinced that I won't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other thing
Nice about Simple is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Okay, just reading through it again. Okay, now it's time to talk to Monica.
Hi, Brandon. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, and I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Wake up, Brandon! God damn it!
Kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, it's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Alright, well, let's read it then. This is different from the original one. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Okay, so that's all the same stuff. Whew. I guess that's everyone. Events around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing skills. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Oh, okay. I thought the song sounded weird for some reason. Yeah, okay. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. You know, that's something I just thought about, is... I can't remember if it's this day or the next day, but one of those days, the two of them get into a little bit of a fight. And Sayori is the one who fixes that. I think. Either that or it was supposed to be me.
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Oh, I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice?
Yeah, so this is all the same as it normally is. Okay, so it might be this day.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I meant. You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Brandon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh, well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Brandon showed up.
Natsuki? Natsuki...
That's a little... This doesn't involve
you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch!
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after I graduate middle school, you know?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa! Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Brandon hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing there.
Brandon, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Natsuki. 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 Monica? Hi. Natsuki? This is creepy.
Hey, Brandon. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay?
What the fuck is wrong with this shit, man? Did I not call it, though? I was like, watch, when they get into an argument, it's gonna go fuck wild. And it did, man. Oh my god, what the hell?
Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others.
Yeah, but you kill people!
You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh my god. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead.
Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you.
I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did.
Brandon, please don't hate me.
It's the first time that she's been in that position with her eyes actually open. She's terrified right now.
Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure you are sure, Monica.
Completely.
What'd I tell you? Let me see if there's anything new here. 12-5, 12-5. No, doesn't look like it.
Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home if you want to.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me around or something, Yuri?
It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Brandon. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing so much trouble.
And we're back. Alright, so I'm going to go with Natsuki again, because I know she's going to have completely forgotten about everything, just miraculously. But let's go with Flower, let's go with Bunny, let's go with Boop, let's go with Silly, let's go with Jump, Landscape? There's nothing there that I could see. Pink, Anime, Bouncy. Yeah, like there was nothing there for her that I could see. Smile, Dream, Kawaii, Bed, Childhood, Socks, Joy, Poof. Okay. Whatever. Another day passes and it's time for club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here in the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, Brandon.
Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to a corner of the room.
About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Brandon, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now?
Hey, have you guys seen Monica?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either?
Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is dressing her.
No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki. About yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of those things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what in the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Huh?
Jeez.
Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
But...
I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kinda nice to hear, since I was afraid you secretly hated me or something.
No, not at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey! Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are, Monica. You little bitch.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
No, I was hoping you were dead. Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not. What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period, it was study hall. And to be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? There was no word you played music as well, Monica.
Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet.
Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed.
Well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
It sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is it so? In that case, I won't let you down, Brandon.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything between the three of us that we just talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off to a closet.
Brandon, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday,
She's fine. She's reading over there, see?
Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over here.
New thing in here. I. That one right there. Let's see what that is. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now. But that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? If it's not... Oh, I hate this at the very beginning, by the way. If it's not clear yet, and technically I don't know this, but this is Monica talking. I'm 99.99% sure. So I'm just going to say that and just kind of leave that where it's at. Let's move this back over here, shall we? And,
Well, I look at the cover of the book.
The book is titled Portrait of Markov. It's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped here have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse. They start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not to think about the limbs.
It's kinda dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Or it came from...
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Brandon?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just this kind of story. It's kind that challenges you to look at life from a different perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
But because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly...
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts,
my whole body gets...
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not very used to. And it's reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I ended up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open up the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comfortable. Or comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I mean, I don't mind you bathing in my body heat.
As long as I can bathe in yours too.
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's and then hold my book between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I would use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after and flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Huh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a little bit longer.
I promise this game isn't boring me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Must be something in the air. I don't know. Or the fact... I mean, it's only 7 o'clock here, so I mean, it couldn't be that either. So...
It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. Let me continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she's finished, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Huh?
Look at her face. She's like, what? They're cutting off their limbs, and you think that it reminds me of them?
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
You weren't talking about cutting people's limbs off and gluing them onto other people. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Like cutting off limbs.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth is that about?
Brandon? Something happened just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything.
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start by sharing our poems with each other?
Fuck! Fucking yawning, man. Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left it in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Start with Natsuki.
Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. And again, if this one was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed.
Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time.
Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other.
So did I not get... Did I get... I thought I got enough for Natsuki, but I guess I didn't. Shit.
Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it.
No, still, oh wait. Okay, so that was earlier. Okay.
Brandon, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead, okay? You don't hate me, Brandon, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe.
Oh god, she's bleeding from her eyes. Don't ruin that for me. Also, my throat's killing me now. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me.
Play with... What the fuck is that smile? Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What the fuck was that shit? What the literal fuck was that shit, man?
Alright, I mean, I've seen plenty of fucked up stuff so far. Hey, Monica, how you doing? You're the most normal person here right now. Hey! You know how I said that you were a freak and I didn't want to be around you because, you killed people and, my Sayori? Nah, please, just stop doing this.
Hi again, Brandon. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess. So what, we're just gonna fucking forget about this shit? What? Wait a second, hold on, let me check something. Let me bring this over here. Natsuki's still in there. I expected her to possibly be gone. Because... that. But...
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad.
Oh, I did that again.
I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica.
All right. Great job, Brandon. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Alright, it's hot in here. I'm pulling my sleeves down.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression she's just totally given up on people. She spent so much time in her own head that's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Cacophony. I was like,
Cacophony!
save me. The colors, they won't bright be full flash exp piercing red, green, blue, and less cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Vile, granting king, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like play at we're on a table, like playing a
Knife!
on a
Breathing ribcage!
let's delete her. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I almost missed that. Anything new? Anything new? Anything new? 12:05, 12:30. She's still there. Alright, I think everything's normal.
I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
I'm curious if this still works, actually. Okay, so it does.
You'll never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything.
Please help me. What?
That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
Okay, so Yuri's back, so I can still read this to her.
I've been waiting for this. See what you've written for today.
Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath.
I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there's some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. Ha ha ha. It came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's a poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything.
Oh, hey, this is new. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes? A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A tour harness? Town harness? I'm gonna go with tour harness. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. Prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human things. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stairs. Stairs. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears, and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written on clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolthead. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. I don't understand a single thing that that's supposed to say. So, let's just leave it at that.
Ha ha ha. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately. A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though.
You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Hey, yeah! A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before a disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Okay. That's a thing.
Okay, everyone.
Let me see something right quick. Okay, so that's still fine.
We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so everyone can sit in front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Wait. Okay.
Well, sort of.
Ugh. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Brandon joined and we started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance of finding more, you know?
What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage.
Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Brandon?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Brandon to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think that any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Brandon joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Brandon isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Damn, Natsuki! Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Brandon want to get more members too. Right?
I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I'd probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation,
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club
It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw the same way I did?
But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything.
Brandon, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it?
Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it?
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monica sits down and stares at her desk.
What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with a club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me, and now Monica wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Brandon. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts picking up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
Who cares about that obnoxious brat?
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's
perspective and make the decision not right for the club. What about you, Brandon? What do you want to do to get out? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. Decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. For the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. It's what will end up making the literature club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you.
Her eye is bleeding!
Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods.
Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Brandon? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Brandon before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president.
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Don't leave me alone with her! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom.
Phew. Things have been a little bit hectic lately, haven't they? Brandon, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But
It's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet! No!
Okay. I'm not sure if any of this is new or anything. No, because that's 11:30. Okay. So, I'm going to go for Natsuki. I'm going to desperately try to go for Natsuki anyway. Puppy. Nibble. Sing. Kawaii. Whoa. What? Ha. Funny. Childhood. Twirl. Silly. Dance. Heart. Poof. Whoa, 1 out of 20. What? Skirt. That misery, intellectual, heaven sent. I think that's Monica jumping down there. Oh. Oops.
Hi, Brandon. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today.
Monica! I told you not to... is she really late again?
Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about it yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt, as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So...
Natsuki? Nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins into the vending machines or something? Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano?
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, Brandon, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could...
We already have plans today.
Is that so, Yuri?
That's correct. Brandon is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica?
I suppose. I was just...
Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yes.
Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thank you very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time but here any better, a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to a closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm gonna plug this in the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sits the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I may as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries up the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go looking for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. So I start heading down the hallway.
What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. Sounds like breathing.
Shut up, Lord Brodessar!
A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain?
I reach the corner and peer around it.
Yuri?
Yeah.
Yuri! A sharp inhale. Okay, so it's just going through what just happened. It's almost like it rewound it.
Do you want some oolong tea?
Yeah, anything is fine.
Very well.
See, I don't know if my character in the game has that, you know, I don't know if he remembers that or what's going on here.
It's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you? Of course.
I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll the only be even more impressed.
Ah, perhaps I will. God damn it, what is up with this yawning? Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway.
Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Brandon. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pouring a cup of tea.
Brandon, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have, gigantic boobs and hanging over a desk hurts. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I'll do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is. I wonder why.
It's most likely because of my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yeah, it's not good for you. It's definitely your posture.
Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I also have some chocolate as well. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her fades away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little, put a teacup between my legs, and fumble with chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay, I won't take any.
You sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
You sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands.
Look at our snowflakes!
Or
Dust particles! Human skin!
from when she cut herself. Yay! She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up for Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Brandon.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily.
I can't. Brandon.
Suddenly, Yuri forcibly grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over.
Brandon. My heart won't stop pounding, Brandon. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Brandon?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you.
What the fuck? Her eyes are really creepy. Her eyes are really creepy. What the fuck was that? Those eyes are gonna be engraved in my mind for a long fucking time, I'll tell you what.
It's time to share poems.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to go to Yuri anymore. I'm just gonna go straight to Monica.
Brandon, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri.
Yeah, I can tell.
I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school each day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she should get some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you're kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. Put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. Jeez, that really startled me. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at writing this poem. I was just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on.
Okay. She said to steer clear of Yuri, so I'm going to steer clear of her unless I absolutely have to.
This one's alright.
Alright.
Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's, anyway. Still can't tell how much you actually care about writing, but...
Sorry, I'm not high-pitched enough for this shit. Here, let me punch myself in the nuts right quick.
Sorry, guys. I still can't tell how much you actually care about writing, but either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri, I still think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything. That doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me. So read it carefully, okay?
I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. She's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive. Things like that. Maybe I should read this in Natsuki's voice.
Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with her, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm gonna hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading.
This is broken.
I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Brandon? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Team Salvado. Just Monica. Who should I...
Finally.
Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath.
I love it. Love everything about it. Brandon, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please?
Sure, I don't care.
You're too nice to me, Brandon. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. No, not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right?
Yuri holds my poem to her chest.
I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. It is really hot in here.
I'm taking this beanie off. Sorry about the awful hair thing going on here, but holy cow. Whew! That is much better. You don't even understand. Let's take a sip of water too while we're at it. A+, bestseller, would buy from again. Alright.
I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it.
I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream.
You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it.
I can't tell if this is actually supposed to be readable. Anything new in here? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna assume that this isn't supposed to be readable, so I'm just gonna click off of it.
Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem's about... More importantly, I endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club?
I think I'm gonna vomit.
Yes?
I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. What the fuck? Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Excuse me, oh my god. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make some cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. I can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere at the occasion, so I'm gonna make decorations and set up a nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And it gives us all something to do. Huh? What about Brandon? Brandon's gonna help me.
Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica.
Sorry, but that's how it is.
Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull?
I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands.
Mine too.
What, your cupcakes? Please,
Like you would fucking know. All you care about now is dragging Brandon around with you and your stupid books.
Got something in my eye. I think I got it. All you care about is dragging. Okay, I already read this part.
You and Monica.
Hey, I didn't even do anything.
Okay, then why not let Brandon decide who to help instead of abusing your power?
I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Brandon make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine.
Jeez. Brandon, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just...
Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself.
You shut your mouth.
Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay?
I'm only gonna get real answers if I go with Monica. That's how I feel anyway. If I go with Yuri, I'm probably gonna end up dead. If I go with Natsuki, I feel like she's gonna end up dead. So I'm gonna go with Monica.
Yay, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you?
Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all.
It is fair, Natsuki. That's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Give us all this work and then taking Brandon for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself.
You're being a little unreasonable here.
I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Brandon away from me every single time you're not included in something? Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others? Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health.
Yuri, you're scaring me a little.
Natsuki,
let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now.
See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask?
Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door.
Hey, Brandon. Yuri is really something, isn't she?
Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Oh my god, I know saving isn't going to do anything for me because I already got to the point that, the fucking breathing.
Finally! This is really how I wanted. Brandon, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead, the whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. Feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you this much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is gonna happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Brandon. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drip of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Brandon, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. What the fuck? I want you all to myself.
No, I'm still stuck on that. Like, what the fuck? I want to pull your skin apart and climb inside of you? This ain't no Freddy Fazbear shit.
Does that sound perfect? Tell me, Brandon. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession?
I can't save? What the fuck? I gotta say no to this one. I gotta say no to this one. I know that this is probably gonna end with her, like, flipping shit and probably killing me. But I gotta say no to that. No. Or kills herself. I mean... God. It's fucked up in so many ways. The worst part about it is because I've separated myself so much from Yuri this entire time. I don't get me wrong. I do feel bad, but I wasn't emotionally connected with this character. Like, I wonder if Yuri's out of here too now. No, Yuri's still there. That's surprising. I wonder if there's something that means something, that Monica has the most and then Yuri has the least. But like I said, I don't know exactly what's to come from now. I'm probably going to look around a bit. Of course, still keep this clear. I'm not looking for spoilers at all. But probably still not the last episode. Probably going to be one more after this where we just kind of tie up loose ends, make sure that there's nothing else. But this is kind of where I'm going to end this for now, alright? So, if you guys like this, don't forget to hit a like button, or dislike if you didn't like it. I know it's different. Of course, if you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought, and don't forget to share this with others. I want to create a really good environment here and a really good community that we can just enjoy each other. Like some of the other groups on YouTube and some of the other channels. So, if you feel like you're up to it and you feel, that extra step, go ahead and share this video. Well, maybe not this video, the first video in the series, or just another one that you really like, and just see if you can tell other people. Because like I said, I want to build a community here. But anywho, thanks guys so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.